joined by Ms. Luna, the therapy cat. So I want to talk briefly about perimenopause and running your own business, and maybe just share probably just a personal reflection on how it's affecting me as a business owner. So I've always been somebody who's had many projects on the go. I find I get a little bit bored if I don't have, my finger in a few pies, and I'm running my business, parenting, home, travel, friendships, and then my creativity, my music, and my ability to write and make things. But one thing I've noticed coming into perimenopause is that a little bit like that cycle when you are premenstrual or menstrual, and everything needs to settle down a bit. When you become a little bit more razor sharp about what's working for you and what's not, and where you need to slow and simplify. I'm finding during perimenopause that's happening almost on a daily basis. So my ability to jump from one project to the next has really slowed down, and my desire to do it has slowed right down. So you might have noticed or you might not have noticed, I don't know, that I haven't posted for about a month. And that's partly been to do with I've really been in a time of parenting. That's been really big. I've been deep in the parenting trenches, and I've been doing some really big projects at home, around my home, that are really important to me. And I found that I've just needed to focus my energy there. And when I try and spread it out over other projects, my ability to do so is lesser. But I feel like there's the other side of this, and you might know of the book Women Who Run with Wolves, and there's a follow-up book by the same writer called The Joyous Body, and she talks really beautifully about this season of life where it's like where we might have been cyclical in the past and had these moments of insight. She talks about perimenopause and menopause being like the door opening to this level of wisdom and insight all the time, and I feel like that has definitely been my experience. And what that's helping me, it's not all bad news. It means the things I am doing have a different focus to them. They have a different clarity and depth to them. And that's just as important. So I'm sharing this story because I think we're the first generation of women coming through that are talking about this. So there hasn't been historically a lot of information about this phase of life that's been positive, at least. A lot of it's been very negative and fueled by patriarchal systems. So I just wanted to share a little bit about how it's affecting me in this season. And I'd love to know, for those of you who are also going through perimenopause, how do you find it's affecting the way you do business or do creating? And for those of you who are already through and are on the other side to menopause and the more sort of stable season, how has it changed it for you? Share for those of us who have that to look forward to, knowing that this perimenopause journey can go up to about 15 years. So it's a big part of life that hasn't been spoken about that much. So that's why I'm sharing my story today.